Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tiffany Rizzo. Liz has the night off. We begin with breaking news in West Palm Beach, a deputy-involved shooting. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says a man approached deputies in an aggressive way with a machete. That man is now in the hospital with serious injuries. And it happened in the Palm Lake Estates mobile home park just off Blue Heron Boulevard, west of I-95. There's still many unanswered questions. CBS 12 News reporter Antoinette Delbel joins us live from the scene with what led up to this shooting. Annie?
Yeah, Tiffany, and we just got some new details just a short time ago. You can see that just beyond these gates, there are a few investigators that are left here collecting evidence, interviewing neighbors. This is the mobile park where it happened. Police say that this is just down the street from the McDonald's, and deputies say it all started with a call for a domestic situation. A woman was speaking with police when a man came out, and then things escalated.
More than a dozen police cars line Blue Heron Boulevard near I-95 after a domestic disturbance call quickly turned violent.
As I pulled off of 95, I saw the lights, and as I was trying to go in, like, what happened here? Something major happened.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies were called to Palm Lakes Estates mobile home park around 5:30 p.m. Tuesday. When they got there, Chief Deputy Robert Allen says they were met by several people in what he describes as a chaotic scene.
They were trying to determine who the victim was, who the caller was, who the suspect was.
That's when things quickly escalated. The chief deputy says moments later, a man walked out of a home toward deputies. He says he pulled out this 1.5 foot long machete hidden in the hedges and kept walking toward deputies, ignoring their commands.
He immediately raised it above his head and began approaching the deputies in a fairly aggressive manner. The deputies tried multiple times to plead with him to drop it, to stop his aggressives. Stop moving, drop it. They pled over and over again until they finally had no other recourse but to stop his aggressive actions by firing on him.
Investigators say one deputy fired his gun. It's unclear how many times or whether the man was connected to the domestic disturbance call. One man I spoke to, who lives in the mobile home park, was shocked.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's why this is so huge now. Oh, wow.
Now, they're not naming that man just yet. He has serious injuries and was still in the hospital in surgery at last check around 8 o'clock tonight. Now, the deputy who fired his gun, he was placed on leave as per protocol. No deputies or anyone else were hurt in this incident. PBSO is investigating along with the county state attorney's office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. We're live in unincorporated Palm Beach County. Antoinette Delbel, CBS 12 News.
Tonight, our deputies responded about 5:30 this evening to a call for domestic assistance. Our deputies responded. They arrived at the scene. They were met in the carport of a trailer by several people out in the carport. At that time, they were trying to determine who the victim was, who the caller was, who the suspect was. At that time, a young black male walked out. They tried to speak to him to see what his role in the incident was. As he walked past them, he retrieved something out of the hedges that he knew was planted there. He retrieved it out. Turned out they backed up. It turned out it was about a 1.5 foot long machete he retrieved that was strategically placed in the hedges where he knew where to go retrieve it. He immediately raised it above his head and began approaching the deputies in a fairly aggressive manner. The deputies tried multiple times to plead with him to drop it, to stop his aggressives. Stop moving, drop it. They pled over and over again until they finally had no other recourse but to stop his aggressive actions by firing on him. That stopped his actions.
Is the man dead?
He is not. At this time, he is still in surgery. He's listed as critical, but he's in surgery as we speak.
Have you been able to learn more about what was happening here originally that has come out?
Not that much, really, that I'm able to go into now. There was a domestic situation. They called us for assistance. Before we could even get to the crux of what the real problem with the house was, this all transpired. He came out of the house, like I said, he walked past them. He was acting a little sketchy. He went straight to the hedges where he retrieved the machete out, and the officers backed off at that time, tried to get him to stop, but he did not.
Do you know what his connection was to the original call?
I do not, other than he lived in that trailer, my knowledge. I believe the father and his sister was home at the same time.
How many deputies?
You already mentioned this, but how many deputies had fired? Was it just the one? And are the deputies who had fired placed on leave?
That's still under investigation, but there's, to my knowledge, one deputy fired.
Placed on leave?
I'm sorry?
Placed on leave?
He will be, yes. That's just protocol.
Any of the deputies injured?
No, sir. Nope, thank God none of our deputies were injured, and we're still working the case. It's still a fluid situation down there. We're still working the case, speaking to witnesses and victims down there at the scene. So that's really all I have at this time.
The other people that were involved in the original call, were there any injuries there?
Not to my knowledge.
Just to clarify, this happened in the Palm Lake Estates community?
Trailer park. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. It did.
Thanks, Steve.
Anything else? Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.